Is the fifth dimension an exclusive club where you need a VIP pass to enter? I'm going to give you the answer immediately, and then we're going to look at why. So no, of course not. The fifth dimension is not just a place for certain people. Every human will reach fifth dimensional consciousness at some or other stage. They may not reach it in the next 100 years, or in the next 200 years, or in the next million years. But then again, time is just a construct. Time is not real. If we look at the world from the perspective that everything happens simultaneously, everything that is has always been there, then you start to realize that there is no exclusivity. We all are source energy, expressed in different forms, expressed in different ways. When I was looking at the question people ask about the fifth dimension, I saw some frustration when people ask, but how do I know what will happen to my body and this and that? So the main thing about fifth dimensional consciousness, it is a state of being, it's a frequency where there is unconditional love, where there is unity consciousness, also called Christ consciousness. You don't see yourself as separate from others. You truly, in your whole being, experience yourself as part of everything. And that is why this is the space where you have truly reached self-love, because you love everything that makes up existence equally. You love it as much as you love yourself, because you know it is all part of you. This is a state of being that you reach as you evolve spiritually. But when you've reached that state, you are also absolutely aware of the fact that no one is superior to the next person or the next being. That is why you can experience peace and why it becomes easy to navigate life no matter what happens, because you know that nothing that happens is, in inverted commas, bad for you. But for each individual, the way to know exactly what is true or not, to experience this as they grow, is to start to connect with their spirit and to truly then trust their spirit, trust their higher self, because otherwise you will always look to the outside for answers. But when you realize that it is yourself that you can trust, because you are divinely connected with everything else, you just need to tune into that voice, into that frequency where you can understand and experience things on a higher level. Start with meditation, where you still the mind, where you become then aware of an awareness that is behind thought, the stillness, the presence that is always there, that which can't be taken away from you ever. Become aware of that, and slowly you will find that if you practice it when you are not meditating in daily life, you can start practicing becoming aware, just observing without interacting with things, by starting to look at nature, at the clouds, at trees. And then you will start to do this when you interact with other things and other people. It will happen automatically. It will happen. It is then when you start to feel this peace inside of you, no matter what is in the external world. And you will also see that your external world reflects back to you that which you feel, that which you experience on the inside. That is when your reality starts to change. So through this process, your life is elevated, and this is how you move up to the higher dimensions. In the fifth dimension, you will experience the oneness. You will experience peace and bliss. You might from time to time move between dimensions. That is okay. Be compassionate towards yourself. But even if that happens, you have that awareness of what is going on. We have reached a state where we can discern and make choices not with our human mind, but from our heart. What you have to learn to do is to let your intuition take the lead, because that is the heart that takes the lead, and it can't lead you wrong. This is the feminine energy. So connect with your spirit through spiritual practices like meditation. Give your spirit a name. I've mentioned this before. Ask your spirit questions and then listen and trust your intuition. I want to refer you back to the video that I made about intuition and how you can discern between your intuition and just your mind. If you listen to your intuition, that is that voice of your higher self, that is when you start to move with this higher consciousness and in alignment with your true authentic self. So it is not that you lose your authenticity when you move to the fifth dimension. On the contrary, you start to live in perfect alignment with your authentic self. But it is not a self that puts itself higher than the next person or being. It's not a self that needs to prove its individuality, because it accepts everyone else as the being that they are and appreciate them for that. So it's a realm of appreciation for everything as it is, without judgment, even the things that we might see as not so favorable in the third dimension. I trust this clear up some questions for you. Please feel free to ask your questions in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and if you are a returning subscriber, I thank you very much for your support. I truly appreciate you. I'm sending you my infinite love till I speak to you again in the next video. Goodbye.